Good morning. Good afternoon, actually. It's Monday, April 13th. I have a few decks to work with today. One is another book, Oracle. It's actually an Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. This is the Archangel Michael guidebook. And actually, I'm getting a moment. I'm feeling like I have to go get another deck. Sorry. I'm going to go grab the flowers. That happens sometimes. Sorry for the pause. Hopefully you stayed with me through the pause. Anyway, sometimes like, nope, go get the flowers too. Okay, great. So we listen to spirit. It's really important. I hope you took yesterday as a good day to take a break and kind of, do the things, resource what you need in order to work with this amazing energy that we have that's on deck to help support us make the changes that we want to make. And change can be scary, of course. So that's why we anchor with grounding types of things like the flowers. We don't want to look at things like when I picked out my clothes today. I wasn't like I was just like, oh, that's where we're at. But it was like, as I was getting dressed, it was like, let's not look at things in a black and white way. It's really important. And the moon is in Pisces today. So it's, moving towards where it'll head towards the end of next week and that new moon in Aries. But it's at 4 degrees Pisces right now here in Washington, D.C. 4 is a number of belonging. It's like, how do our emotions belong? But in Pisces is flexible. Pisces is about compassion. It's about an inner wisdom, cultivating inner wisdom, and also seeing the divinity in everything around you. So that's going to absolutely require not being in black and white thinking, right? We can't just keep looking at things the way we've looked at them all along and either expect different outcomes, and know that you can't. We just can't possibly, as humans, know the whole picture. So pulling in the divine, sitting with the divine, being open to receiving higher wisdom, higher insight, whatever that means for you. And it doesn't mean that you need to act on it. It just means that we need to at least accept it, acknowledge it. That's a start. So one deck, like I said, I'm working with here is Archangel Michael. What a wonderful archangel what an energy. He will cut the cords of we're not looking at things like this anymore. Let's look at the truth. And let's look at it boldly, fearlessly. Let's take something in fearlessly without needing to layer in our suppositions, our judgments, our preconceived notions. Just accept things, just see things very clearly for what they are and let them be, and feel safe. Create a safe container, safe, just knowing that you don't have to do anything about it, but to know that that information is there for me to work with to make the changes. This is a wonderful archangel to protect you for the changes that you need to make. So Archangel Michael, I don't know if he has a card for us or if he just wanted to let us know that he's here with us today. I don't feel the card coming up. Okay. Yeah, shield yourself. Shield yourself. Yeah, create that safe container so you can take in information and just accept the information. Sometimes we're afraid, maybe, I think, to take in. I know that for me, for a long time, like if I had got information, it means I needed to do something immediately about it. Often when I'm receiving, I'm only even able to accept the superficiality of what's being shown to me. And that's certainly not enough to go on. With the moon in Pisces, we belong, again, 4 is a number of belonging. It's creating a structure, creating those boundaries. In yesterday's reading, one thing I didn't mention was that sometimes the boundaries that we need to create we need to create boundaries with ourselves. So you know what? I'm not going off this emotional ledge. that's never taken me anywhere good. You know, or every time I go off on this emotional tangent, things don't go well. I need to do things different. Sometimes it's just enough to know that I'm not, you know, I need to maybe take a step back rather than respond immediately to things. Yeah. I ask you to protect me, my loved ones, my vehicle, my home with your powerful shield. Surround us in your purple light, which allows only pure love to penetrate. Please stay with me day and night and keep my loved ones safe. Is a great prayer for that. So yeah, take your time. There's no need to react or respond to 90% of what's I would probably wager to guess that there's probably even more than that. The other tarot card deck I got, we'll pull one from the flower therapy. So again, I apologize for stepping away and not having all my decks, but we're going to take the again, I just like going with kind of the black and white theme. Although this tarot has the Wild Unknown Tarot by Krans, is has some color in it. It's typical. It's majority is black and white. So again, we don't want to be in black and white thinking. We want to invite ourselves to be open enough to receive. There we are. Other looks that came up in the title for yesterday's reading. What are the other looks? We're getting some looks. That doesn't mean that we need to do anything about it. We can just look at it. So that's kind of moving forward. And, you know, sometimes what's offered in one day is stuff that we're kind of working on over the course of a few days. Know that. So if there's something that comes up for you in a reading that reminds you of something else, go back and look at that reading. And whatever day this reading finds you on is the day that you need to receive it. Doesn't matter what the date is. Like, share, subscribe, and send this to anyone who you think might need to hear it. It just gets the message out. It's an easy way to contribute to the collective and our overall growth, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to help one another grow. And that's why we can't look at things in just black and white thinking. We can't just take things at like completely face value. There's one card already coming up, the Son of Wands. So this is basically the Knight of Wands in the traditional tarot, or the Knight of the Knight of Wands, or fire again, fire sign, fire, not fire. So this is a knight. So the temptation is to like go and do like a lot today. Pace yourself with this. Like, and that moon is in Pisces. Let's anchor. Let's pull that in. Let's, you know, use it to slow things down. Like, one of my cats isn't feeling that good. You know what? My instinct was to take her to the emergency vet stat. You know what? I made an appointment for her. I'm also going to kind of like, for tomorrow, I'm going to kind of take a look at it. So, you know, yeah, the thing, it doesn't mean that, yes, you're acting with heart, but sometimes the heart, you know, but to see if you're actually acting from a fearful heart. You don't want to do that. Let's take the information in, shield yourself, take the time to take the information in, ask Spirit to protect. That's exactly what I did. I'm like, you know what, Lord, I know that you, this is something that I need to pay attention to, but I don't need to go racing down the street immediately. I'm just going to keep my eye on this situation, and know that I will act accordingly when it's appropriate. So, you know, a knight has integrity. So as much action is in there to act on our passions, to protect the things that we love. We also need to shield ourselves. We need to take stock of things. Remember that King of Pentacles that came up a couple of days ago? Like, he knows, he calculates the cost before he goes and invests in something. So we want to wisely invest in something more than the short term, because this can be like here today, got, you know, in and out, one night stand kind of stuff. Like, what are we doing? What are the actions that we need to be taking that preserve our, you know, we want to be able to be that Knight of Wands. We want to stand up for the things that we believe in, and we want to fight for the things that we believe in, fight and be able to continue to do that with stamina. Yeah, Mother of Pentacles is coming up. So again, yeah, she knows how to calculate the cost to protect the people and her family, her physical being. Like, she's not going to overextend herself. So Pentacles coming up for us here today. Deer, peaceful. This is a peaceful individual. She's alert. She's not like just checked out thinking, but she doesn't have to like pay attention so much. She's going to disturb her baby there with her. We want to keep things calm. We need to protect that inner child as we go, when we're confronted with this kind of energy, be like, oh, well, this is my inner child's like kind of going off on a roller coaster ride. Woo! Talk to your inner child. Say, you know what? I got this. I hear you. And I can also kind of take in what's there. And yeah, the star. So again, this is a card of Aquarius. So look to the stars. Look to the heavens. Card of Aquarius is bringing, Aquarius is the water bearer. Remember, it's an air sign, not a water sign, despite the aqua and the water bearing stuff. And so it brings water to everybody that it's nurturing and bringing water, that water to everybody as they need it in the amounts that they need. But you can only do that if you're minding your own energy and your own, you're like, okay, here's how I feel. Like maybe I need to take a step back. Like it's not getting emotionally, like, it's not going down the emotional drain on anything and tiring itself out emotionally. And, it's being perspective, like, okay, this is actually not mine. This is something that belongs to this person to deal with. And I respect that. And I'm going to walk with them through it, but I can't walk it for them. So this is the major theme, like pulling this in. That number 4, like I said, the moon with the moon right now in Pisces is at the 4th degree. 4 is a number of Aquarius. It's, it's stay in your own lane stuff. And that's not a bad thing, but sometimes it can feel really weird. It feels like we're not taking care of the people around us. But, if it's going to cost me $2,000 to take my cat to the vet, well, that's not going to actually work out financially for me. And long term, it's not going to work out financially for her. So you kind of have to like take, what is it, what actually is involved here? Take our time, slow it down, even though the energy in the sky right now is anything but that. And remember that Labradorite that came up with in the Labradorite that came up as the crystal in yesterday's reading. That if you read it in the comments, and what was offered there was yeah, again, shield yourself. Came up twice. Bougainvillea. Get clear on your intentions. Stay in your lane. Don't overextend yourself. It's really important in order to stay in the game. Period. But that Labradorite, remember that came up in yesterday's reading, was about things may not be ideal in the moment, so you have to give it to God. You have to give it to something higher than you, and remember that you are not responsible. You're not responsible for, you only can carry the amount that you can actually carry. And I don't know about you, but water is heavy if it's in a jar, and you can only carry so much even in your hands. So only carry the amount that you're supposed to carry today. And remember that going into the week. Remember that other parts of it are not available for us to see, and this energy is affecting everybody, not just us. And everybody gets to work with it in the way that's appropriate for them. All right, so this video will be out on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Again, like, share, subscribe on any of those platforms to get the message out, or share it through any of those platforms. Any commentary that you have, we can talk about it like a little more in depth. What was I going to say? And then, oh yeah, if you want your own private reading, just message me on any of those platforms through a direct message. I love you. Take care.